So Paul, tell me, what is the event? When is it? And where is it?
They're Paxman-like questions, Flats. So that,
yes,
mate. Incisive. So the event is to raise money for the My Name'5 Doddie Foundation. We're also going to raise money for the Rob Burrow MND Centre in Leeds. And we're running the event on Thursday, the 3rd of February, 2022, at Twickenham Stadium in the East Wing, which, as you know, is a very beautiful venue overlooking the pitch.
Yeah, very, very cool spot indeed. What can any attendees expect from the event, and what can any people who don't come expect to miss? What should they have fear of missing out on?
Well, apart from a hug from the big bear yourself, mate, which obviously comes as part of your ticket.
Face masks on, a hug that goes on too long. Yeah,
that's the one. That's the bad boy. So it started off quite kind of humbly, really, and I thought I'll just get a couple of the guys I know who are ex-internationals to come along, have a bit of a chat. We'll invite 50, 60 people, have a few beers, raise a few quid, and it's sort of exploded into this incredible event now. So we're now at a stage where we've got an ex-international from every one of the Six Nations. So we've got Lee Mears, obviously England and Lions. Let's not forget that. And a good mate of yours, of course. We've got Brian Redpath from Scotland.
Dodgy bloke.
We've got Ben Kaiser from France.
Dodgy bloke. Yeah, good liner. Like Crime Watch, isn't it? Yeah. Who else you got?
It's literally like front row Crime Watch, apart from Rushy, obviously. We've got Adam Jones from Wales. You'll notice that there's a bit of a front row theme going on here.
Yeah.
Luke McLean from Italy. And Rob Henderson from Ireland. Again, Ireland and Lion.
Who was a centre but looks like a retired tight head prop. Can we say that? I think we just said it.
I think you can say it. Perhaps I can't.
Legend, great tourist, I'm told as well.
Yeah. Well,
it started out quite humbly, and now you've got all these people coming.
All these people who are doing it for nothing as well, which is an incredible gesture. But then I kind of went, well, that's all very kind of sexist, really. And actually, we've got some incredible female rugby players. So we've now got 7 ex-internationals and some current internationals coming along as well.
Fantastic. Good on you. I mean, you are allowed to have just men at an event and just women at an event, but not intentionally. So when you realise that actually you've balanced it wrong one way, it's nice to adjust, isn't it? So what about the MND charities? What about Doddie and Rob's respective charities? Ultimately building for research and cures for the same cause, but what is it that gripped you about that cause in particular?
I played both codes. Clearly not to any kind of standard, but so I'd always followed league and I'd always followed union. Doddie, I suppose, anyone who's our age can't forget that practice interview he did with the Lions, where he got accused of going out on the piss, and he made that joke about it being mistaken identity with his dad, and you just can't help but not love the bloke, right? So that I saw the story, obviously saw the BBC coverage, and I was at an event with Brushy, and he was telling me about Rob, and I bought his autobiography and literally cried through it in 2 days. The story is just unbelievable, from being that incredible sportsman to being this guy now who's so humble, so sort of determined to make a difference. But actually, the real human part is he's got 3 kids and 3 baby kids, same age as Isaac, and that was heartbreaking, really. And I just wanted to do something. I just felt really strongly that I wanted to do something for the rugby family. I think one of the lovely things about rugby is, whether you're an ex-international like you or an Herbert like me, we've all stuck our head in places we didn't want to stick it, and we've all got that common respect. And that for me was the sort of driving motivation, I suppose.
And how many people are coming? Are there still tickets available?
Yep, still got some tickets. So the room capacity is 200, and we've sold 100 without doing all of this stuff yet. So we're well on the way to selling out. The other thing that we should say is if you take a table of 6 or 8, you get your own international host as well. So not only have we got the speakers, we've got a bunch of people who are coming along to host tables. So we've got people like George Shooter, front row, Tim Stimson should have been in the front row, and a bunch of other people as well. And we've also got, I should say, representing our friends up to north, we've got a couple of rugby league legends coming along as well. So big Barry Mack.
Oh wow, have you?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Who makes us look small. Literally, the guy is huge. Yeah. And Mike Wainwright, so wedge play for Warrington Wolves as well. So we've got a few league boys coming along, which will be good fun.
Oh, I like that. Barry Mack's a bit of a favourite of mine. Probably him and Gordon Tallis were my two favourites, I reckon. Yeah. Glenn Lazarus in there. No, Tallis and Barry Mack, yeah. Chris Joynt as well. I mustn't forget Chris Joynt. He's also a favourite. I think he does walking tours in the Yorkshire Dales now. Anyway, on the day, in terms of, there'll be lots of different ways to fundraise for the charities, but in terms of entertainment, are we going to hear from some of these legends that are there, the men and women that are there, and I'm going to wander around with a mic and ask them questions, and they're going to give potentially inappropriate answers to those questions?
Yeah, I mean, the more inappropriate, the better, but I'm relying on you to ask those kinds of leading questions. So yeah, basically we're going to do a Q&A. Sorry, the other thing I should say is that Jill Douglas, BBC, ITV, sports presenter of the universe, is coming along to say a few words as well. So after we've received a bit of a welcome from her, there's going to be a panel discussion led by your good self. And then there's going to be some roving mics, and we can ask drunk and stupid questions of our heroes. Then we're going to eat something, because I think it's important that we try and have at least something to eat. And then we're going to have a few more beers, and then we're going to talk to the girls first, and then the boys, and then who knows where we go from there, right, Flats?
Exactly it. Into the night, and I call Jill Douglas Jim because during the World Cup 2015 World Cup, the one that was over here, Jill, Ugo Monya and I were doing a game at Kingsholm. I forget who was playing. It was like Japan somebody. And we're doing this game, and we went to the pub afterwards, and the pub said, look, we've stopped serving food, but you can get a delivery here. So we ordered a big Chinese takeaway. And we had different orders. So Flats, Ugo and Jill. And it came through, and we had a white plastic bag each from this famous takeaway about 3 doors down, basically the only one that was still open. And on the plastic bags had our name. It had Hugo, Flaps, and Jim.
Did you get it from Starbucks?
I don't know where we got it. Yeah, I don't know where it came from. As far as I can tell it was a million miles away from being Chinese food, but I couldn't tell you what it was.
Did you know what shares is? Why did you all have your own individual bag? I would have thought you'd have been a Charesy boy.
No.
Okay.
Look, the way I look at it is this: if I'm having dinner with you, a takeaway with you, and you want to share your food, that's fine. I'll have some of your food, no problem. But that's your decision. Okay. I don't mind not having any of your food, but don't want you to have any of mine, because I've chosen this because I like it. Right. So I'm going to eat this. If you go to a restaurant, you don't all just, if there's 5 of you, you don't just share all your main courses and pass the plate round. So why should you do it at home? You don't do it when you cook dinner at home. Why? I don't want sharesies. I want to order what I've ordered, and if there's anything left of yours that you don't want, I will also vacuum that up.
Okay. So I'm not going to order chips on the day, but can I have some of yours?
No. It's like when I went on my first date with my other half. I said I might get a bit of cake actually, because a coffee date, very modern. And I said I might have a bit of cake actually, and she said, "Oh, what are you having? I'll have a bit of yours." And I said, "Let me stop you there. If it's going to progress, which it has. I'm not a rich man, I'm not David Beckham, but I do have enough disposable income to buy 2 pieces of cake today, as well as the 2 coffees. Get your own. If you only want half of it, I'll do the other half. But if you want what I've ordered, let's get 2 slices of it, okay? Because mine is mine. I respect you as an individual, but don't touch it, okay? I'll cut your fingers off."
Okay, all right. Well, that must have been love at first sight, eh?
Yeah, well, it's gone well since then, actually. Turns out she's more aggressive than she was on that first date.
Right. I'm going to stop the tappers order then for the day. I think we might have to do normal meals.
Normal meals, please. Yeah, I just like the structure. I like to know where I am. Doddie's the same. He hates sharing. Just never been a generous bloke, has he? So, Paul, is there anything else you want to cover off for potential attendees of this event?
So we've already got a few insurance companies coming along, which is great news. We've got a couple of construction companies coming along. So if you're operating in either of those sectors, then it's going to be a great networking opportunity as well. I think for me, the motivation is, we want to raise as much money as we can. The target is 25 grand, split between the two charities. We want to do that. We want everybody to have a lovely time, and we want everybody to get to spend some time with. Actually, as I say, the girls and boys who are coming along are absolute legends, and I'm really, really grateful for all the support they're giving us. So it's just going to be a lovely day. Put your hand in your pocket, give a few quid to MND. Life is good.
Two bits of admin. One is, well, three bits. The toilets are to your left and right. The other bit of admin is it's black tie. I mean, it's obviously not black tie, but somebody hopefully will hear this and turn up in black tie.
It's not casual, which obviously for us guys is a really easy definition. So jeans and a shirt. But yeah.
I want one person to turn up in black tie, and ideally, this is the crude bit, but we are here to have fun, have a brilliant time with a load of legends and great causes. But for the great causes, they need support, they need awareness, but more than all of that, they need cash to do research and help people who are diagnosed and help people with their future diagnoses. So ideally, pop to the cash point on the way. I'm sure you'll be able to use cards and phones and Apple Pay and that stuff, but do pop to a cash point because there will be envelopes to put 20 quid in, all to help Doddie and Rob. So do that.
Yes, please. Completely. We are going to do a silent auction as well. Everybody who's coming along is very kindly offered to bring something of worth. So yeah, absolutely. If we can make 25 grand and have a great time, then life is made a little bit better for us on the day, and hopefully make somebody's life with MND a little bit better in the future.
Do you want me to bring along my London and South East schools under 18s jersey that's got Johnny Wilkinson's blood on it?
That would be awesome.
Yeah, leave it with me. Cheers, Paul. See you there.
Take care, mate.